morning to all of you. So today I'm going to discuss with you all another topic from the lesson Safety in Food 2. So let's begin our class. Yes. So the first topic I'm going to discuss about is pasteurization. This is a method of preserving milk. During pasteurization, you have to heat the milk at 70 degrees Celsius. For 15 to 30 seconds, you have to heat it. And at the same time, after that, you have to bring it down or cool it down to 10 degrees Celsius. So by doing this, the cell membrane of microorganisms. The cell membrane is the outer covering of the microorganism. It gets teared off. It gets destroyed. So thus the microorganism itself gets destroyed from the milk because it cannot adjust to the sudden change in the temperature, because once you are heating it at 70 degrees Celsius, then after that quickly we are cooling it to 10 degrees Celsius. So the microorganism, it cannot adjust to the sudden change in the temperature. So that is why its cell membrane, which is the outer covering of the microorganism, it gets ruptured, it gets teared off, and finally the microorganism is destroyed. So this method was developed by a French scientist, Louis Pasteur. So that is why it is called pasteurization. Now another method is that we know that fish is the common food item of Kerala, right? So how do they preserve the fish? In industrial bases, fish are preserved in large freezers. And you might have seen people who are selling on the roadsides, who are selling in the shops and all. They are kept, the fishes are kept on the ice pieces. Haven't you noticed, children? Yes, the fishes are kept on the ice pieces, and for fast solidification of the ice and for the fast solidification, they are adding also ammonium chloride. Ammonium chloride is very bad to our intestine. So that is why once you brought the fish from outside, you have to wash it thoroughly, because ammonium chloride is very harmful for our intestine. And the chemical pesticides which is sprayed in the fruits and vegetables from preventing the attack of insect and pest, this also causes serious health problems. So instead of using chemical pesticides, we can use organic pesticides, or you can use the biological control of pest, which we have learned in the previous lessons. Biological control by using the natural enemies of the pest like frog, lizards, etc. So by this method also, instead of relying on chemical pesticides, we can go on to the organic pesticides, which is useful for our body also. So remember that whenever you bring a fruit or vegetables from the market, you have to wash it thoroughly, because there may be chances of chemical pesticides on it. Then next method is we can take some precautions for not getting the packed food items destroyed. So some of the precautions are airtight packing. If the air happens to fall into the food like bread, there are chances for the fungus to grow. So you have to airtight packing. Go for airtight packing like biscuits, bread and all. Then you can pack it after evacuating the air. After removing the air through vacuum, you can pack it like almond, cashew nut, etc. Then you can sterilize after packing, like tinned food items. So tinned food items, this is one of the most modern preserving method. That is, most of the utensils covered with tin or steel can be used for packing, or aluminium lids for easy opening also you can use it for packing. So one of the modern means of preserving food is tinned food items. So food substances can be preserved in such a way that for a long period of time, if no microorganism enters into the food items. And there are certain substances called preservatives. Preservatives are substances which is added to the food items to preserve them for a long period of time. Sugar solution, salt solution, vinegar, oil are some of the traditional preservatives. And also there are certain other synthetic chemicals like sodium benzoate, potassium sulfate, etc. You can add to the food to preserve it for a long period of time. Now the next, another important term is adulteration. Adulteration means it is the mixing of the low quality or cheap quality materials along with the food items. This low quality will resemble exactly like that of the food items we are adding. For example, brick powder which is red in color, it can be added to the chili powder and you can sell it. Even the milk, we are adding water or starch, rice soup into it. So these are some of the adulteration techniques which is doing. It is a social evil, it should be punishable. So there is a chart in your textbook which shows that certain food items and the adulterant added to it, and this adulteration may cause many health problems. That is also discussed in that table. So let's go through that table. So here it goes. First food item is pepper. The adulterant used is dry papaya seed or mineral oil coating. You can mix that dry papaya seed with this pepper. So what are the disorders or diseases we are facing is stomach getting upset, liver diseases. Then dal, kesari dal is added. It leads to paralysis. Milk, water or starch is added. Quality reduction will be there. Chili powder, brick powder is added. Stomach, liver related diseases. Sugar, chalk powder or semolina or fine sand is added. Here also stomach, liver related diseases can occur. In tea, artificial color is added. So it leads to stomach diseases. So this is the chart showing about the different adulterant used in food and the various health diseases we get. So how can you detect a chili powder which you are buying from the outside shop is of good quality, and how can you test it? So you do one thing, take 2 tumblers, glass tumblers, fill it with water. Add the chili powder which you brought it from the shop, and in one tumbler, and in another tumbler you had homemade chili powder. So by looking at the difference in their settling down and color using hand lens, we can identify which is the good quality. So adulteration is nowadays happening in the society day by day. It's very punishable act, so it should be avoided. So this is about today's topic. So hope you have understood the topic well. Bye children.